Welcome to Second Listen Saturday on the Parenting Roundabout podcast, where we share some fun moments from a past episode for your weekend listening pleasure. Look for new episodes every Monday through Friday.
Today, I want to complain about some of the very annoying aspects of getting older.
You're going to have this topic when I'm the one who just turned 60. Okay, I'm just going to sit back.
It's all relative, okay?
Okay.
We all have our own experience with aging. And this past week has not been a positive one for me.
Oh, dear.
So there I go and get my hair cut like every 8 weeks or whatever,
Yes.
right? Like, and I've been going to the same lady for the last, 9 years or whatever. So we know each other well. She knows my head quite well. And, we're sitting there chatting and all of a sudden she's quiet and she's like, have you noticed something with your hair? And I'm like, what? What's going on? And she says, it's thinning. And I'm like, no. And she's like, I kind of noticed it the last time you were in, but now I'm really noticing it. And I'm like, what do you mean? Is it falling out in clumps? Like, do I have patches back there? Like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. And she's like, it's just a little thinner on the top. And I said, well, I sleep on my side. I'm trying to come up with all these explanations, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing glasses, and when I pull them off my head, sometimes it catches a hair or two. And she's just shaking her head looking at me, and she says, nope, it's age.
Oh, thank you.
Great. And so I've had this anxiety, it's just been one thing after another lately. And I feel like this is the reward we get for being, devoted mothers and wives for the last 20 years. Finally, my kids are older. They're adults. I get to enjoy this time in my life. And now all I'm concerned about is aging and how old, my hair is thinning. And
I thought you were going to blame them for tearing your hair out.
Oh, well, yeah, I couldn't to her face. And then, and this is on top of 2 weeks ago, my doctor recommended I go get a sleep study done because she thinks I have sleep apnea because now I snore, apparently, that I'm getting older. There's some snoring going on. And, it's just, I think, like, why? This is supposed to be where we should be enjoying ourselves and, feeling great about ourselves and having all this time. And yet it just seems to be taken up with doctor's appointments and hair appointments. Sorry, and dogs who are a pain. Obviously.
Very needy.
Yeah. My complaint this week is like, why? I feel like I need a reward, not this stress life.
Not a punishment.
Right?
I think the ultimate reward is getting to a point where you don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where I'm at now. So, fine. Although that is indeed one of the reasons I stopped getting my hair cut is comments like that. And, recommendations for hair growth tonics that I could use and how I really should go to a skin doctor to get that taken care of and all this. And so now I just hack my hair off with, household scissors every so often.
Live in denial.
And I don't care. I part my hair further and further to one side and comb it over. And, if I'm a balding old lady, I will own it. Get a hat. I will get a red hat, and that'll be my thing.
And I totally am fine with that. I'm going to obviously, okay, I do, my hair is just really gross naturally. So I feel like I have to do something with it. So I take care of it. But it's just other things that are like health issues that need to be taken care of, right? Yes. Like all the stuff that comes along with women of our age. It's like hot flashes and sleeplessness. And I'm thinking, like, why is this fair? Just not.
Life is not fair.
Oh, I'm glad you said that, not me. That's what I was thinking. Unfortunately.
I know, right? Okay, please. Are any of you going through any of this? Hair thinning or like apparently snoring is now the new thing. My daughter's refusing to sleep in the same room with me. We have to go get her
Oh,
another house to leave, like to go away, because she's adamant she's not going to be in the same room with me while I snore. Like,
oh dear. Well, forget that. Just tell her she snores too, and that'll put her in such a tizzy that she'll just go off and obsess about that.
Yeah, last time I went to the doctor, as you recall, first I went and found that I had a wart on my head, which was the weirdest situation. And then that went away, to the tune of $200, for them to tell me it's a wart and it'll go away. And then it did. Mm-hmm. But I also had this other little, patchy, spotty thing on my stomach. So my physical, I was like, what is this thing? And the doctor said, oh yeah, that just happens when you get older. And proceeded to tell me that he had one on his back and he showed it to his wife, who's also a doctor. And she was like, oh yeah, that's just because you're getting older. And he was referring to himself, but really, he was talking about me because I had the same thing going on.
Oh, golly.
I just feel so paranoid about skin things, there's just, I just feel like my pale skin is a ticking time bomb, so anytime there's anything, it makes me nervous, and then, I spend $200 to find out it's a wart. Or it's a thingy that you get when you're old. Great. These are not the options.
I know, right?
That I wanted to hear.
Well, and that's another part of getting older is we worry more now about these little things that we didn't seem to worry about 10, 15 years ago, right? Now, all of a sudden, every twinge, every ache, every, you always think, oh my gosh.
Right. Right.
Now what is this? My body's falling apart on me. What is going wrong now? So yeah. And I mean, this is probably just a really bad time of the year for me too, because this is, for whatever reason, I somehow managed to stack all of my yearly appointments back to back at this time of year. So spring is, early summer is never a good time for me anyway.
Yeah, I decided to switch to a new doctor for my primary care at a practice that my daughter goes to and really likes, and my son has started going there, so I thought I would try it also, and it seems to be August is when all the appointments are, so I'm going to have an appointment for that in August, probably going to get my teeth cleaned. They don't seem to have anything until August, so August is going to be the month of agony, where I, although I did get my tooth pull taken care of before August, but August is going to be, and now, of course, I start having more and more, because I thought when I made the appointment, there's nothing urgent. I can wait till August. It's fine. And now I have this cough that won't go away, and, various different little things are cropping up, and I'm like, should I try a different doctor so I could get an earlier appointment? Is it going to be okay? But, I'm just putting up with it. So, see, my strategy is just to go into everything going, yeah, I know it's just age. I'm just so old. And then they go, oh, you're not that old. And own it. And then people are nice and pitying. Let's be nice to the old lady.
Be nice to the old lady. Yeah, there's just really no good way of approaching it. I just don't. Yeah. I just feel like.
One thing that really surprises me is that I haven't gone gray yet, because my mom was in her 40s. She was salt and pepper really, really, really early. And, there was a time where she decided to stop dyeing it, and it was such a trauma because I was so used to her hair being jet black, and now it was going to be not. But I've still got the brown hair. I mean, there's more and more little silver threads through it, but it doesn't look, you have to look for the gray, I think.
Wow.
So I was kind of looking forward to that, because I'm short and people always think I'm younger than I am. And it's like, well, I'll be able to grow into my age because I will be gray-haired and people will know I am old. But no, I still have the same mousy brown hair as I always did. Yay. Maybe I should dye it gray.
Well, some like teenagers are doing that like silvery white thing. So
yeah, well, there you go. I could get a gray wig.
Yeah, no, I've been coloring mine since I was probably 35.
Yeah, same.
Nope, I haven't never had to do that, and it's still hanging in.
Count yourself lucky, because then you don't have to go visit the hairdresser who tells you.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm totally without hair care at all.
It's all self-care.
That's right. Yes. Self-care.
That's the buzzword, so you might as well use it.
Yes. Yeah. The more things there are to comment on, the more I will use self-care, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. To need to go at some point and get all my various skin spots looked at. It seems to be many, many more of them than there used to be. So I suppose instead of gray hairs, I'm just getting more and more, items of concern all over my skin. Like, is that something or is that nothing?
Yes. Especially growing up in California.
Yeah, that's true. I got many a sunburn.
Get to it.
Well, I went once, and it's like you don't want to stay home and worry about it, and you don't want to miss something. But then when you go to the doctor and they're all like, it's probably okay. We can take it off if you want, but I don't know. It's like, well, I could have done that myself.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Peace of mind. You're paying for peace of mind.
I guess, but I feel like I so rarely get peace of mind from a doctor anymore.
It just leads to something else, or they're not definitive.
What do you want to do? We could do this. We could not. What do you think? And it's like,
you're the doctor. You tell me.
But then, of course, if they told me what to do, I would go, well, I don't necessarily agree with that. Doctors have different opinions. Why should I have to listen to this? So, I am hard to please. I am a crotchety old lady who is hard to please. They have that next to my name.
You're not that old.
Older than you, and you're obsessing about age, so.
I am. But you know me. I'm a hypochondriac to begin with, so.
Well, that's true. You're going to have such a good time being an old person.
Thanks. I might as well just set up camp outside my doctor's office right now.
That's right. Just
every day.
They have these things now where you can get I'm trying to think what they call them, concierge doctors, where you can just put somebody on a retainer and they will take your phone calls day and night and they will answer all your emails and you can just drop in anytime
Terri,
for a monthly fee.
Terri,
yes.
Do you not think I've already looked into that?
It is really very you.
Do you not think I've already looked at the cost of that and said, sign me up as soon as my kids are out of the house?
There you go. Well, that's how you'll do it. You will have somebody that you can just, your own personal physician to harass.
Yes.
Endlessly.
Exactly.
Thank goodness for modern medicine and modern delivery systems.
Well, I do have my call-in service now, so that's helpful.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Do you?
Do I use it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Not all the time, but I do use it.
Awesome.